Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play NieR Automata. In the last episode, a lot of backstory and text. Honestly, I wasn't planning for that episode to go that way, but as I said before, I'm glad I did it. I really am interested in learning more about the history of this world because there's so much I still don't know. Oh well, at least I got some answers to questions. Anyway, in this episode, I promised that we're going to get on with some of our side quests, and if you may remember 2 episodes ago, we got a bunch of kid robots come up to us and asked for... I can't actually remember what it was. Hang on, give me a sec. I should be able to check if I go to quests. Active quests. Play with us. Desperate for new playthings, head for the local tool shop and see what you can do. Okay, I guess that's all we've got for the moment. Also, before I forget, there's actually something that I completely forgot to do at the end of last episode. And that is, check over all of the records that we got from doing the backstory. So, this actually goes over, not all of them, but a few of the android units that were present during the story. So, let's take a little look. Yorha Gunner 16, a unit from the experimental Yorha squadron that was utilized during the 14th Machine War. Number 16 possessed a rough and tumble personality ideal for her role as a gunner, where she was required to attack foes from a distance. Though she possessed a defiant streak that extended even to her superiors, she was assigned to the mission anyway due to her tremendous offensive abilities. During her squad's assault on Mount Kala, Number 16 volunteered to stay behind and hold off any machine lifeform army. And hold off the machine lifeform army so her companions could continue up the mountain. She fought with great courage alongside members of the local resistance group and managed to hold off overwhelming numbers until the appearance of a Goliath that was unaffected by normal weaponry. Seeing no other way to end the fight, she chose to destroy the enemy by overloading and detonating her own fusion reactor. This act of self-sacrifice, despite her defiant nature, is one of remarkable interest and likely merits further study. I guess she got attached in the end to the group, which caused her to sacrifice herself. Yorha Scanner 21, a unit from the experimental Yorha squadron that was utilized during the 14th Machine War. Number 21 possessed a cool and analytical personality that perfectly fit her role as scanner. God, if I read all this before doing those voices, it would have made way more sense. I could have picked something a bit more, you know, normal for them. So, I don't know, maybe it was better if I didn't learn all this first. Anyway, whatever. Her first and perhaps most impressive achievement was using her analytical abilities to cure a member of a local resistance group who had been infected by a logic virus. Unfortunately, she fell victim to the same virus shortly thereafter during the assault on the Mount Kala server. Though she fought valiantly, the virus had evolved into a form that she could no longer remove, which eventually led to her asking an allied unit to end her life. Experimental Yorha Unit 21's initial success against the virus has been determined to be valuable information regarding to how to construct barriers against machine lifeforms, and should be included in the basic systems of all subsequent Yorha squadron members. And I guess that led to the logic virus vaccines. Yorha Attacker number 4. A unit from the Yorha squadron during the 14th Machine War. Though Attacker number 4 possessed an unusually bright and cheerful personality, she still managed to be effective when it came to engaging in close quarter combat. In addition to providing a morale boost to the group, this unit also used her sunny disposition to form an alliance with the local resistance group. She was eventually killed during the assault on the Mount Kala server, the cause of which was self-directed overload of her own fusion reactor. Further research reveals she undertook the action as a means of protecting her companion, Attacker number 2. One further note. Whilst the unit's cheerful personality provided certain benefits to overall unit morale, it was also responsible for a decrease in fighting spirit during the intense combat. As such, it has been deemed inappropriate for future combat models. Damn, that's rough. A unit from experimental Yorha squadron, she specialized in close quarter combat and was programmed to have a neutral personality, and this is A2. Attacker number 2 took command of the squadron after the death of its original captain, number 1. Despite issuing many questionable commands during her initial time in a leadership role, she eventually formed a working relationship with the Resistance and succeeded in destroying the enemy server located on Mount Kala. While the experimental Yorha Unit number 2 possessed great growth and adaptability capabilities, she also deserted her post following the destruction of the server, and as of this moment she has yet to be apprehended. Our R&D group is currently conducting further research to determine whether or not there were issues with this model's personality settings. The missing experiment unit, now designated A2, will be handled by the Type E division. Well, they obviously didn't do their job because we're still here. Resistance, Rose. This android, encountered by the experimental Yorha squadron, is the leader of a group composed of many Resistance members. A survivor of the 8th Descent operation, she continued to wage guerrilla warfare in the Pacific region thereafter. Unable to stop the ever proliferating machines, she continued to fight a war of bitter attrition for over 200 years. Jesus, that's some dedication. After encountering the experimental Yorha squadron, she sought to change the tide of battle through fighting alongside them. She was destroyed by machine lifeforms in the server room underneath Mount Kala during the mission to destroy said server. 2 of them detonated their fusion reactors. I'm guessing that's what they did to destroy the server. And obviously they took away the Resistance members with them. They did their job alright. Resistance, Anemone. A member of the Resistance group led by Dahlia. That was encountered by the experimental Yorha squadron. This unit was said to be unusually cautious and showed the greatest initial distrust of the experimental Yorha squadron. However, her disposition gradually grew more amicable after scanner number 21 managed to eradicate a logic virus that infected one of her companions. She executed an infected unit, number 21, in the elevator hall of Mount Kala server facility and went missing shortly thereafter. And then obviously became leader of the Resistance down in the city. God, it's all just... It's so... Like, what a fight for nothing. I just need to get it off my chest. Just, what a fight. And what a sacrifice for absolutely goddamn nothing. It sucks. 14th Machine War, Pearl Harbor Descent Summary. For this descent, 12 experimental Yorha units were deployed to destroy the server located inside Mount Kala on Oahu Island. Oahu Island? I don't know how to say that. However, they encountered heavy enemy air defenses during the initial stage of the mission, resulting in the death of all but 4 squad members. The remaining units then joined up with the members of the local resistance movement and decided to continue the mission despite their initial losses. Even in the face of fierce enemy counter-strike and overwhelming numerical odds, a handful of units managed to reach the target location, in which point unit number 4 overloaded her fusion reactor and destroyed the enemy server. Okay, well that clears my suspicion of how the server got destroyed. While the destruction of the server struck a blow against enemy forces, the true purpose of this operation was to monitor and research how the experimental Yorha units behaved during battle. This information would then be studied and integrated into new Yorha models once the project were to proceed past the experimental phase. One note of concern: it has been verified that the black box signal of experimental unit attacker number 2 remains live. Due to the possibility of the unit being captured and compromised by the enemy, and due to the unit's existence itself being a matter of the highest level confidentiality, it has been decided that it is to be recovered or disposed of by the Type E division once that group is fully operational. So the main objective wasn't even to destroy the server, it was to basically test out their personality types as being the new Yorha squadron. Huh. And obviously they didn't want any of the other Yorha members to know that, which is why 2B and 9S did know of A2's existence when they ran into her. God, that's shady. Anyway, let's actually get to the side questing now. I'm sorry. I know there's been a lot of text. I'm sorry. I'm actually going to do some action stuff now. Welcome! You're looking to play equipment for the children? I'm afraid we don't have anything like that in stock at the moment. However, I'm sure I could build something with the proper materials. Tell you what, here's a list of what I'll need. Bring me those materials and I can get to work. Everyone around here is weirdly pushy. Don't be absurd, we are not. Fine, I'll do it. You'll just bug me about it every waking minute of my life otherwise. An excellent choice. You should be able to find what you need at the amusement park. Oh hell, that's forever from here. Safe travels. This is gonna suck. I got very weirded out for a second because basically that weird effect on the machine looked very odd, and I was like, "Oh god, did we just get infected?" I was actually just thinking, A2's personality type was supposed to be neutral, and I find that kind of, I don't know. Like, obviously, I understand why she's not neutral anymore, but I don't know. During the reading, it didn't seem like she was neutral. She still seemed quite passive-aggressive. I don't know, maybe it could be one of those things where it's like I'm overthinking it too much, which it probably is, in all honesty, but I don't know, maybe it's one of those things which they didn't take into account. Also, you look terrifying. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Wait, did that say zombie machine? Okay. Jeez. Welcome to the place of fun and amusement. Oh god. Okay, let's just get the stuff and get out of here because this is, yeah, this isn't great. What are we actually looking for? I should probably check. Let's see. Toy material, okay. If I had to take a wild guess, I'm gonna guess that, yeah, okay. They'll probably be on the ground around here somewhere. It may be zombies, but they're not actually hostile. I don't know how to feel about that. Obviously their servers are gone, which is why... or at least it's why I'm guessing they're acting this way, but it's still just... I don't know. Really, really unsettling. Also, I just noticed there's a treasure chest back there. Has that always been there? Has that really always been there and I've never noticed? Oh, that's great. That's amazing. Oh, man. I don't know how to feel about that. That's just odd. Unless it appeared during A2's section and... Oh, really? You again? I don't really have time to deal with you. How are you even still functional? Are you even still functional? You know what? It's been a while since we've had some action. Screw it. Let's show it. Try out this new offensive style, which I haven't really had the chance to test out all that much yet. That was really easy. You obtained a pod program vault. You were a long way away from the front lines, buddy. Okay, if I had to take a guess, I'm gonna say that the last piece is up here. Finally. This should be everything I need to make those bratty kids happy. Better take it to the creep in the tool shop. Yep, definitely not neutral anymore. Alright, Mr. Tool Shop robot person, Vinny. I got your stuff. Did you find the materials? Excellent. Just give me a moment. Done. I built what you requested and installed it where the children like to play. That was fast. By the way, the children said they wanted to thank you personally. They're at the top of the village playing near the slide. They'll be happy to see you, I'm sure. God, it's been a while since we've heard this music. A slide, eh? Hey, it's Big Sis! Big Sis? Thanks for building this, Big Sis. Yeah, thanks. Sure. Hey, Big Sis? What now? We just wanna give you something because you helped us. It's a thank you present. Yeah, thank you. Ugh, don't do that, Pascal. I apologized if I scared you. I heard you built some play equipment for our children and wanted to thank you in person. Now, don't worry about it. Try not to overwork yourself, alright? Feel free to pay us another visit whenever you like.
A group of pacifist machines, huh?
Hypothesis. Forming a harmonious relationship with Pascal and the villagers may help Unit A2 to obtain more materials. Proposal. Investigate the village.
Oh, A2. You and your tsundere ways. I really shouldn't do that. She's such a cool character. And really badass. And every time I do stuff like that, I just ruin it. I just ruin it really badly. Like the whole thing I did a few episodes ago with the lunateer in her hair and just going like, oh, that's adorable. It's like, no, she's a battle-hardened android with a dark past, and I'm trying to pretty her up. I swear, I'm not trying to ruin your credibility, A2. I'm not. I think you're a badass enough as it is. I don't know. I can be such a dork sometimes. Ah, jeez. Please, Pascal, get me out of this. Hello, A2. I appreciate all the time and effort you took for our children. Every one of them is a singular treasure to me. Indeed, they are treasures to the entire village. Our very future rests in their little hands. I imagine you find it odd for machines to speak of the future like this. I don't know. I trust our children can stand strong against the senseless conflicts of this world and blaze a new trail for our people. However, one of the children is suffering from a faulty storage element. If we don't do something for the so repair it already. Alas, we lack the parts to do so. They can only be found deep within the abandoned factory, and that area is swarming with terrible machines. It pains me to say this, but you, A2, are the only one we can turn to. Well, if you're gonna guilt trip me like that... Oh, thank you so much. The required part is in the area known as the abandoned factory. I truly do appreciate this. I guess that's food for thought this episode. What happened? Like, how do you feel when you take a super badass character and then try to pretty them up? Because I think the worst example that I could possibly ever think of in my... It'll be like, the worst example that doesn't exist. That's what I'm talking about. It's like if you took the boss from Metal Gear Solid 3 and said, yeah, we can turn her into, you know, a prettier version. Like, no, that just doesn't work. Like, that's completely, utterly against the character, and it just wouldn't make sense. It's just... That one would get to me. That one would be the one where I'm like, no, that's too far. You don't do that. It's almost as bad as, that figure of her with the nuclear warhead, and it's like, no, you completely misunderstood the character with that figure. Oh, that figure's so bad. Anyway, I mean, the actual quality of the figure itself looks okay, but, like, the whole fact that she has the nuclear warhead. For people who haven't played Metal Gear Solid 3, you probably have no idea what I'm going on about, but just trust me when I say it's bad. But, you know how Japan loves to take their, you know, female anime/game characters and male, not just females, but and males, but you know, a lot of females, and then, you know, do the beach version or the sexy version or the whatever version. And I don't know, I've never really had a problem with it. I've never really advocated for it either. I just sort of see them and I'm like, okay, I guess those exist. I mean, like I said, if it was the boss, then I would have... That's the one character. That's the one character where I'm like, no, don't you dare do that to her. But, like, I guess other characters, I don't know. I have to think on it. I have to think of other characters where I'm like, no, I don't want it to happen to them. Or I'm okay with this, with it happening to A and B or whatever. I don't know. Just a random thought. Anyway, I'm actually just going to cut to when I find the item that we need. So I'll be back in a second.
Enemy machines destroyed.
So this is the part Pascal wanted? Can't believe I'm killing machines to save a machine. Ah, screw it. Better go see Pascal.
Alright, Pascal. I have got your equipment.
Ah, hey too. You have the part needed to repair the child. I cannot thank you enough. This is meager compared to what you've done, but please take it. In all honesty, we could have transferred the child's core to another body instead of repairing the original. This process allows us to resurrect ourselves as many times as we want. However, it comes at the cost of our memories. So, in a way, he would no longer be the same child. Thankfully, this is no longer an issue. Thank you so much.
Have nothing to comment on, Pascal? I guess not, then. Let me take a look around. Doesn't look like there are any more side quests available to us at the moment, so... How many have I actually done? Oh wow, I've done 90% of them. That's a lot of side quests. Guess for now, I'll talk to this outdoor machine. I really respect Pascal, you know. I mean, he's the one who fought to build this village for us outcasts. I really need to show him how thankful I am. If only there was some way to thank him. Some way. Oh man, you are trying way too hard, buddy. Okay, let's hear you out. Yeah, I can take the hint. No hint, I just want to show Pascal how appreciated he is. Anyway, I was thinking he might like a new philosophy book. I hear they have such things over in the Resistance camp. Tell the machine to get bent. I think that's actually really applicable as an insult to machines, considering they're made of metal. Okay, fine, I'll get you the book. Alright, I'll get your book. I owe that little clunker a favor or two anyway. Oh, that's wonderful. Apparently, someone named Anemone has a large collection of such books, so you just need to go steal one. Yeah, no, I think there's a better way. Maybe just asking her politely? Yeah, I think that will work. And there's the android of the hour right there.
Pascal wants books on philosophy. Well, as it happens, I just finished this one the other day. You're welcome to take it if you like.
Thanks.
Could you give him this gold ore as well? He's been asking for this for a while, and I finally managed to get my hands on some.
Alright.
It seems odd that a machine lifeform would be into philosophy, don't you think? It makes me wonder how much we really know about our enemy.
I wonder. Damn, even A2's starting to question it.
Where the state ceaseth, there only commenceth the man who is not superfluous. I see. It seems this Nietzsche was quite the profound thinker. Or perhaps he skipped right past profound and went straight to crazy instead. Oh well, enough of that. I best go see the world for myself instead of burying my head in books. Uncle Pascal! Uncle Pascal! Play with us! Well, look at you. Your speaking has improved so much. But I fear you still haven't finished your studies, have you? You promised to read and memorize that botanical field guide, remember? You'll play with us when we're done, right? Of course I will. You have my word. And Uncle Pascal would never lie and break his word. Because children who lie grow up to be mean, evil machines. What's that?
C'est un abri que pleure Coralie. Quand drame sera-t-il?
Right. Now I just have to bring this to Pascal.
A2, can you hear me?
Oh, perfect.
Help, A2.
I have the materials
The
you
village
asked
is
me
in
to...
great trouble. The villagers are...
Pascal! Pascal, are you there? What the hell is going on?
Hypothesis. The valuable source of information known as Pascal has encountered difficulty. Proposal. Unit A2 should investigate Pascal's village immediately.
I'm on my way.
Oh jeez. Sounds like shit's about to go down. But unfortunately, we'll find out what it is on the next episode of Let's Play NieR Automata. This doesn't sound good. I'll see you guys then.